sometimes all it takes is boosting our self-esteem and our self-confidence to get us back on track to living a more purposeful, high vibrational and peaceful life. Hi everyone, my name's Hiba, and if you don't know me, I have a YouTube channel that really just discusses raising your vibration, raising your manifestation through creation. So what can we proactively do in order to improve our lives? Today's video is going to be a very common theme that I'm going to talk about in future videos as well, because I believe that it's one of the most important things for us in our lives, and that's self-esteem. Why is self-esteem so important? So self-esteem and self-confidence and self-belief is sometimes all we need in order to get us through hard times, in order to push ourselves through and make ourselves stronger and further live a life in our purpose. And why is it so important? Because if we end up relying on other people for that, then we end up being held back in life. I just got distracted because I just made an online sale, and I will be doing some online business videos as well. So if you want to start your own side hustle, then definitely follow me for that as well. But anyway, yay, congratulations. Back to the point. So today's video is going to really create focus on what proactive things we can do today to boost our self-esteem in order to live a better quality of life, and in turn raise our vibration, raise our chances of manifestation, and create that dream life that we all, I think, really truly want. So I think a really good way to boost your self-esteem as quick as physically possible is to focus on your physically how you look. So let's say that you're really busy, you have a really rushed life. What is one thing you can do today to focus on your physicalness? So for me, for example, I might paint my nails in my favorite color, or a color that uplifts me, specifically uplifts me. I might do a face mask, or with my hair, for example, I actually create good techniques for doing my hair really quickly. So what I will do is I will blow dry my hair really dry, wait for it to completely dry, and then I just lightly straighten it, and I just curl the ends with my GHDs, and it actually only takes 10 minutes because I'm only curling the ends, and it gives the effect that I've fully styled my hair when really it's only taken 10 to 20 minutes. So really just thinking of what you can do to fit in with your lifestyle. I don't know what to do. These people are just standing outside the window shouting. So once you've done that one physical thing, you might instantly feel that confidence boost, and then the confidence boost has a knock-on effect. So you kind of all of a sudden realize that you might talk a bit more confidently, you might socialize a bit more, you might put in that effort into whatever it is in your daily life, you might have a better day at work. You never know, these little knock-on effects compound, and then you just notice that it adds to your quality of life, and in turn can increase your confidence and your self-esteem. So that's always something really useful, quick thing to focus on. Next up, we have health. How can you incorporate healthier meals into your everyday life? Is there something a meal in your day where you can just make it that bit healthier? Or is there a bad habit where you can maybe just, have one less sugary thing a day, or just something, baby steps. It's always baby steps, because you'll notice that baby step has a knock-on effect, and very quickly can create better habits, and then you're more confident, and then your confidence makes you do even more better habits, and it's a roll-on effect. That's why when sometimes you see certain people who seem to have a lot of good habits, they probably built that confidence from starting somewhere initially, and all of a sudden it's an explosion of confidence. When I'm super confident, when I've done my hair, when I've focused on my health, next thing you know, I'm going to the gym a bit more because I'm feeling proud, you get that pride. So next up, we have fitness. What can we do for fitness? A lot of us are busy, a lot of us don't have time, a lot of us don't have resources. Can we wake up 15 minutes earlier and make time for an online workout video? Or can we get that gym membership and maybe go for 15 minutes or half an hour, in pockets of time in our week? Can we walk to work? What kind of things can you do to fit that in? For example, for me, I've just joined a running club in Qatar. It's this free running club, which is really community based, and because everyone else is doing it, it makes you want to do it. And we do it in the evening, so I'm just before dinner I go for that run, come back home, and then I deserve my dinner, you know what I mean? And I feel super satisfied, and I've socialized. So next up, we've got socializing. What better way to boost your self-esteem than to very subtly, slightly just try and socialize and build your confidence through after talking to strangers. I'll give you an example of something that could be easy. Let's say you have like a local newsagent or a local shop. What can you do in that local newsagent or local shop, like where you go there every day to buy something? Can you ask the shopkeeper, how are you? Or like, for example, with me, I went to the post office a lot for my business, so I made friends with the post office people. Or your neighbour, ask them what their dog's name is. Like, obviously if they're weirdos or if you're like a bit nervous, and don't do it, but if they're pretty decent looking people, there's no harm in talking to people. Somehow I just feel like that boosts your confidence a little bit and does boost your self-esteem. Finally, let's end it with talking about just taking control of what you can control. What can you control? What are these pillars that you can control right now? I promise you, something that you can focus on to improve your life, whether it's your health or the way you socialize or the way you do your everyday life. Is there just like pockets where you can kind of improve it? Do what you can now, and you'll notice very quickly your self-esteem increases. Why is it so important that our self-esteem increases? Let's say that we're in the dating scene. Rejection hurts less. You might have higher standards of yourself when you're dating. Therefore, you date less lame people because your self-esteem is higher, and therefore you don't accept less than what your standards are, or you don't accept as lame people because you know your worth. That's a massively important thing for various reasons. One reason is if you're trying to find a life partner, you want to find the right life partner. You want to find someone that respects you, that's kind, that's good, doesn't drain your energy, that uplifts you. Friendships, the same. At the end of the day, if we want to live a fulfilling life, we need good friendships. We need good relationships, we need good friendships, we need healthy dynamics. Same with family, you know? And then it all knocks on. All of a sudden, you're kind of not taking things people do on dates so personally. You're not taking things that friends do so personally. You're kind of focusing on yourself, relying on yourself, realizing that you can provide yourself so much more than you thought you could. Like when it comes to comfort, self-comfort, self-love. Give yourself all of that stuff that maybe other people dragged your energy down about, you know? Like sometimes I'd date a guy and I'd really, really like him. And when he didn't like me as much as I wanted him to like me, my self-esteem would go down, and it's like nothing to be ashamed of. It's such a human thing. But there's something so liberating when you get that inner strength to not let that affect you anymore. Now that I've got to a place where I personally know my worth, I kind of laugh when like in the dating scene, when I'm in the dating scene and like a guy comes and goes. Like I'm kind of like, sometimes I slip up and I like certain people more than other people, but for the most part, I have enough acceptance in myself, enough faith in myself where I just know that they're not better than me. And know that I'm amazing. And I'm not saying that in a vain way, I'm saying that in a I love myself in the way that I should kind of way. Self-esteem helps you apply for more difficult jobs that like maybe you wouldn't have applied for, but they're higher pay. Maybe like, oh, I couldn't be a manager, I couldn't manage. Yeah, you can, you totally can. Apparently there's a study where it shows, sorry, I'm just gonna have some tea. Scratchy throat. There's a study which shows that men, I don't know the percentage, but men are way, way, way more confident at applying for those higher roles than women, like way more. Like the percentage is so much higher because men just, I think it's something like, if men can do 40% of what's on the job description, then they feel like they're good enough for that job role and they'll apply. If a woman can't do, I don't know if it was 20% or something of what's on that job role, they won't apply. Because they're like, oh, I can't do that 20%. Whereas the men will be like, oh, I can do 40%. Apparently, this is statistics. I just really want to delve deeper into this in a video where I can really, truly, concisely explain and emphasize and teach how important and how much I feel like self-acceptance, self-esteem and confidence is, and how it massively affects your life. It's probably the reason why I've been self-employed most of my life, other than one like really cool job that I got. It's the reason why I've run my own businesses. It's all because of self-faith, self-worth, self-confidence. That's what picks us up out of the dark times. And yeah, so I really hope you got something out of this, and please let me know in the comments exactly what you want to know about this subject matter. If you have an interest in knowing more about something specific that I've spoken about, or any other subject matter, because obviously I want to kind of help my community on here and build my community on here. So I think that's it for today, and I look forward to talking about this in future videos, and I really hope you have the best day, week, month, and I will see you at my next video. So sending you all love, light, and good vibes.